And we're moving on now to the next video where we're going to deal with playlists. It is essential to always have a playlist ready to go. So when you're listening to music and so forth during the set, you would understand what to do. One of the things that I want to stress is where do you find a playlist? Well, you're going to either make one. Well, sometimes people can't have the time to make one, but they do have some demo ones that are already available. Downside is they're quite short, but that's okay. Let's take a look what they look like. Remember, drag them over and drag this one over too. Okay, so right now we have a playlist. Keep in mind, if I press play, it's going to play, of course. As you realize, it's playing a hip hop track as we speak. And what's going to happen is that in this case, this playlist is right here. Well, what happens if you just don't want that and you had this actually faded to on this side so you know that what's playing and so forth on the track 2. Keep in mind, track 2 is right over here. So if that was playing, as you realize, it's right there. And if I had track 1 going, you can't hear track 1 as we speak, but now you can hear track 1, but track 2 is still playing. So let's just say you want a niche track, click on here. It would give you the opportunity to put another song in, and then wait a little bit too loud personally. So let me just put that down. So these are little tricks that you pick, of course, when you're doing it. So this button right here really helps to determine, well, I don't want that track, delete it by clicking on it. Pick another one, house track. There we go. And now you're realizing it goes back to that one. Of course, press play. Well, I don't hear anything because of this knob right here. It has to be on the other side. Keep in mind, it can gradually go to it. That's basically the concept of how this fader works, by the way. So playlist, how do we get one? Well, if you have tracks already on your hardware of your computer, you just have to find it in here, find the tracks, and then you are set to go by moving it over by clicking on it. Let's see if there's any music here. Looks like unknown artist, unknown album. Looks like I do have some tracks here. So just click on it. Of course, it should allow you to play by dragging it over, and there it is. This track that I was looking for, ATB, it says. Press play. I don't hear anything because something's wrong with here. But gradually, if you move this over, it eventually will start playing. Now, keep in mind the volume is low, hence the fact you don't really hear it right now. So that's one of the things with this. You can make your list too by clicking on this little box right here, and it gives you a crate. So what do you have to do with the crate? You just name it, move the track over into here, and you got yourself a playlist. Nothing more than that. Now, sometimes people like to also, well, personally, have everything in their iTunes, and basically that's one way to do things too. But if you don't want it that way, of course, I'm not recommending you that if you don't want to. What you can do is also go to different streaming sources to get tracks, and then you can actually listen to it from there. Be prepared. That's what I'm trying to get at. Here's the essential bit of playlist and understanding how they come from. Either you take them from here, from files, and go from there by clicking on it and then find it where it is on your hard drive or stream it and then, of course, drag it over. Hopefully, this helps. And keep in mind, have fun.